What's up YouTube, it's Joe and you're watching my channel Ink&Iron, and I'm back with a multi-tool review. This one's a little bit different today. I'm going to have a couple of videos about free multi-tools, that is multi-tools that come with big purchases or that you get as like promotional items. I have a couple of these to show you from my buddy Eric at work. Thank you, Eric. He lent me these multi-tools like 2 years ago, and I've just been sleeping on doing the review, but I'm leaving that job soon, so I want to get these back to him and give him a review of these. So this freebie here is from the Parker store. It appears to be an anodized aluminum. It feels a little warm to be aluminum. Maybe it's plastic over steel. Plastic over steel. All right, that's what I'm going with. I can see the little seam right there from the injection mold. So this was free with a large purchase from the Parker store in Colorado. I'm not really sure what kind of store it is, but he just walked in with it one day and was like, "You want to review this?" And I was like, you know, I don't turn down multi-tools for review. It's a little rattly. Let's see, I got it together good there. Can be a little, you know, loosey-goosey. That's fine. The tolerances are a little bit loose, but because of that, it's actually rather smooth. So like the handles operate very nicely on this pivot because it's loose. So, you know, it's got that going for it. Very easy one-hand operation. The plier tips are decently aligned. So you can see there, they seem to be decently machined. I can't say I've ever seen plier tips, like plier jaws like these before. The very end of them comes together, and then the rest of it has a slight gap. I'm used to this like tapering more open back here. That way when you spread them slightly, there are parallel gripping surfaces. So I brought out a coin here to show you what I mean. So yeah, I'm only in contact like at the back there, and then one of the tips has contact with the coin. The other has a little air gap right up top. So it's a secure enough hold, but yeah, I'm used to that parallelism being maintained when you're gripping something small like this. I think it's a single peso. I have not tried the cutters, so let's do that now. Here's the infamous coat hanger. And people tell me all the time, shouldn't be cutting coat hanger, it's too hard. Most multi-tool pliers advertise a hardwire cutter. This one doesn't, has no advertisement associated with it, so I don't know how it's going to do here. Let's give it a shot. Okay, it did it, and it didn't break, I think. Yeah, no, looks to be intact still. Still closes. Good. All right, so it's already outperformed the Leatherman Arc, the first iteration I had of it with its weird, fragile carbide cutters. That's been fixed now, by the way, but that was a whole thing on my channel. There does seem to be a very thick, like chrome plating on these inner tools. So you can see quite shiny. It should be pretty corrosion resistant. Some of the tools though, it just sort of exaggerates like the unfinished portions of them. Like the back here, this is like, you know, seemingly cast steel with chrome on it, so interesting. There are other points on this tool where it exaggerates sort of uneven finish. You can see me fumbling a little bit with these tools. It's because a lot of them are pretty hard to retrieve, like this one. So the nail nick isn't exposed in this slot, like on this outer tool, yes. And this outer tool being a cap lifter and kind of a flathead driver. None of these lock, by the way. So trying to get at this next tool, which is also a flathead driver, you can either like jam a nail in there, which doesn't feel good. You can try and grab it up here. It's a little bit sharp. I you know, can put my thumb here and kind of lever it out a little bit, but yeah, not very ergonomic in terms of retrieving the tool. It is a small flathead driver. What's up next? An awl. Yeah, this one's pretty stiff, which is a shame because it's also fairly sharp. Does its nail nick align with the slot? It does, yeah. That's why I had a little bit easier time retrieving it despite its stiffness. And you can, yeah, let me not push on that too hard. The knife, it has its own nail nick on this side. What the knife has going for it is that it's very thin, and I do wish it locked. Ooh. Sorry about that. I'm sure that was a bit cringy for some of y'all. Yeah, nothing locks, so when we open a tool and then we close the handles, this just kind of folds, so you have to be putting constant cutting pressure on it for it to stay open. Full flat grind, secondary bevel, not very sharp, definitely not shaving. Maybe a couple spots. I think that might be the burr on the edge. You might be able to see it. Those of you with keen eyes can see a little bit of a burr on there. Dry piece of paper. This notebook paper is not the best for this test, but you know, okay. You know, that's fairly serviceable. We are slicing. Okay, yeah, I'll give it to this knife. I do wish it locked, but not bad. Usable performance. On the other side, what do we have here? Oh, we'll come back to that in a second. We've got a can opener. This can opener is surprisingly good at opening cans. I really thought it was going to get hung up on this weird little grind back here, but no, it works about as well as a Leatherman. It does take a little bit longer because of its short size, but yeah, roll the clip, check it out. Yeah, this vastly outperformed the other free multi-tool can opener. And I don't mean the Leatherman free, I mean the other multi-tool that you can get for free. You should check out that other video. I'm going to release these in short order. So you do have a 3D machine Phillips on here. That's okay. I have not tried to get into like any sort of tight spaces, so here's my Cap Pro tape measure. Does it fit in there? This might be a little bit of a... Oh, yeah, it'll fold up on you. That's a disadvantage. Okay, I mean, yeah, it'll do a little bit of that. I suppose you could put it at 90 and get some leverage. Boy, it really doesn't sit in those. Let's try this. This is my homemade spoke shave. That locks in a little bit better. Move my hand here. Oh, man. Okay. Had that on there tight. Yeah, it does want to slip out. I think the chrome coating is making it a little bit sort of rounded on these grooves and doesn't bite in quite as much as I'd prefer. Pull this blade up so it's not sticking out. Oh my god. Yeah, it will fold on you. Again, would be nice if anything locked on here. There's one more tool before we get to the strangest tool I've ever seen. Very small flathead driver. Should be okay. Again, has a little bit of rounding, probably from the very thick chrome coating on here. And then the weirdest tool I've ever seen on a multi-tool. Sorry, that's the small flathead driver. So a non-locking fish scaler. Okay. It has a file which has a nail nick on it, so you know if you're filing, something can go into the nail nick and not get filed down. I think this at the tip is meant to be like a fishing hook disgorger, but I don't use a disgorger, but this doesn't look like any other one I've ever seen. And then standard imperial ruler on here. I think it's, yeah, fairly accurate to about 2 3/4 inches. Sure, why not? So there you go. You've seen all the tools in this Parker store multi-tool. What do I think of it overall? I mean, for free, not bad. Pretty good can opener. It's got a measuring tool on here, maybe a fish scaler. I don't really scale fish. Sort of okay Phillips driver, bunch of flatheads, cap lifter. Yeah, I mean, is it better than nothing? Yes. Would I throw this in my car just to have like a pair of pliers and a pair of cutters that can actually, serviceably cut wire? Yeah. So I think for free, as an add-on to a large purchase, sure, good, great. Would I want to pay anything for this? Probably not. I can't really adjust anything. Can't adjust any of the pivots here. I'm not sure how these handle scales are attached. It just says stainless steel. I'm not a fan of nameless stainless steels. Chrome coating's a little bit heavy for me, just because it's trying to hide like some rough machining. So, would it be my choice multi-tool? No. Would I take it in a pinch? Sure, I think it'll do. And the plastic overlay here is probably going to take less damage if you drop it over and over, versus like aluminum, which would gouge and show silver underneath right away. So yeah, I think it'll look like this a long time, especially with that thick chrome coating and the plastic. Should be stainless steel. It claims stainless steel from China, so yeah, it'll do. And the sheath is one position vertical Velcro. It's, pretty basic. Since I made in China, it sure does. I could have guessed. What the heck is this? A lanyard loop? I guess. I suppose you could like carabiner this to a backpack or something for quick access, but there you go. That's a free multi-tool from the Parker store that you can get with large purchases of whatever they sell at the Parker store. Thanks again to Eric for lending this to me. And if you like this, like, sub, do the things, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.